I just got a new accessory for the Tesla Cybertruck delivered to me. So this is, you can see it says Molle I don't know how you pronounce that. Molle panels? Molle panels? I don't know. So this item was sent to me by CTMODS or TesStudios. If you want Cybertruck accessories or other Tesla vehicle accessories, go check out their websites, ctmods.com or teststudio.com. Use my discount code itsbin for 35% off. Go ahead and open this up. So we got this box. There's a nice foam padding thing here. Okay, I'm opening it upside down, it seems. But I'll flip that over. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to lift the Molle panel out, assuming that's how you pronounce it. And you can see how it is. It has these for support. Okay, should be nice and sturdy. Flip it over. The only thing is, since it has that, I don't know if you can see, you have this hollow thing here, so that means water's gonna, if water goes in, it's just gonna be trapped there. Kind of a weird design. I guess they didn't want to make a solid one. Okay, because it used more material. But anyways, let's go ahead and get that in there. Okay. It's not too heavy. Let's set that aside. Let's see here. So it looks like there's some components in here. Alright, got that. This one's empty. There's another one of these. Set these aside. Okay. What else? Got another one, so 3. There's, okay, so this piece fell out. There's 4 of those, and I'm assuming this tool used to be in here, right? Okay, so make sure to check all your pieces. Okay, so here it has instructions. If you don't want to see instructions and you just want to see me install it, go ahead and skip over, fast forward through this video. So you can see A, B, and C. Here you go. Okay, up to 3 decks can be used simultaneously. So if you use 3, you can like kind of make a second layer here. Rated for 225 pounds. When placing items on the Molle panel, try to distribute the weight evenly to avoid excessive load on one side, which could affect the panel's longevity. Remove the bolt at position A, so you remove those. Attach the base to its L-shaped rail, so you would attach it there. Install another base on the same side, 8 slots from the front, and then repeat the same process on the other side. So you want 8 of these little holes in between. So move the bolt in the direction shown in the diagram, okay, and then tighten with a tool. The screw is stuck in the narrowest part of the track and is tightened. When the screw aligns with the scale below, it will lock into place perfectly. Okay, so you move it inwards like that and then tighten it. Alright, and then place the Molle panel onto the bases, align the holes, and secure it by tightening the bolts removed from position A. So we take those out and then put them back later. So very simple to set up and install. Let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and remove these. Okay, this tool feels a little bit loose. I don't know. Alright, hopefully the bolts won't strip. I feel like might be able to get a better fitting one, but anyways, let me show you here. So we're gonna remove all of these from every single one. I'm probably gonna just fast forward over this part or skip over, just because I'm gonna show one, and then that should be good enough. All right, each one of these do have a little washer here, so don't lose this, otherwise it's gonna scrape up this thing when you go to put the screw in. Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna do the rest and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So as you can see, we got all those bolts out. These need to be loosened as well, because you can't just, it's not set the right distance. So use the tool, loosen a little bit, and then you should be able to, you can see, slide them around. Okay, let's see, can we get that? Nope, we can't go all the way in, so we will have to have it one separated at the minimum. Okay, so you will have to have it, you can't have it all the way into there. So what they said is you push these in. Let me see, do I have to loosen it more? So you want to make sure that it stays sideways in this groove, and then tighten it, and it needs to be enough that it can still slide around and push a little bit outwards. Okay, so when you put this on, if it doesn't slide in, as you can see, I can't really slide it inwards, then you gotta loosen a bit more, and then now I can slide it in. All right, so we'll loosen this guy a bit more as well. Make sure I'm pushing it in And see, there you go. And now we can slide it inwards, okay? See these triangles? You want those to be lined up centered. Get that centered there, okay? You can see how that circle's now centered with the triangle, and then we'll just tighten it up. Okay, so get that centered, and then tighten it up, okay? So I'm gonna tighten these up, and then I'll be back. All right, when you go to tighten it up, you wanna make sure to put the short end into the screw, hold it with your thumb into place. You can hold this to stabilize it, and then twist. The reason you want this, to do it this way, is because you have more leverage, so you can actually twist it a lot tighter when you're holding it this way, okay? If you did it the other way, where you put the long end in, you don't have much leverage to turn this piece. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to tighten it as much. So now that that's tightened into place, you can see how solid it is. Okay, let me get the other three, and then we'll be back to put the Molle panel on. All right, as you can see, we got all four into place. Pretty simple, everything lines up. The nice thing with this is you can still keep these hook things there. So if you want, you can move them obviously, but you can see they fit perfectly fine with that there. You don't need to move them out of the way. When they said to leave 8 spaces in between, they mean including the with this half hole, this doesn't count. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a half hole here. Okay, so make sure to space them out that way. You can see these line up perfectly. So now all we gotta do is just get those bolts back in, very simple with the tool, and then we're good to go. So let me do that, and then I'll show you how it looks. All right, and here it is installed. I closed the truck bed, so you can see how much space it is here. If we were to get rid of this, then we can move it in. This one is also halfway on top. So if you see this, okay, you can see we can actually move it over 2 more dots. So we can move it here, here. So that much space would basically make it almost touching this, okay? So those 2 dots, it'll move over halfway. So we'll have that, how far from halfway point? About there, right? So it will come out about here. You'll maybe have like an inch. So there you go. You'll have space there, even if you were to get rid of the bottle cap thing or the bottle cap opener. All right, let me show you here. Weight wise, I can sit on it. Let me actually show you, give me a second. All right, here you can see with it the whole entire panel. I'm about 180 pounds, and you can see I can sit in the middle, okay, and I can even bounce on it a bit. It's working okay. I don't know if I'm bending it because it wants you to spread the weight out. So you should probably, if you're doing it, be like more spread out like this. You wouldn't have all the weight in the center. Okay, there you go, works really well. Even if you were to use it as a table, like you can sit here, you can put stuff on it. All right, because it has these holes, you can strap things down. It won't move around, it won't slide around. And yeah, I'm thinking I should probably move it towards the back, because if you put it here, there's only so much space that we'll have if the tonneau cover is closed. So let me actually show you while the tonneau cover is closed how much space there is. Okay, so this is without it all the way to the front. You can see you have maybe like 3 inches height here. So if you put it all the way, you'll maybe have like 1 to 2 inches. You'll have the light on top of here, so keep that in mind. If you were putting stuff, it's gonna block light from getting to the bottom. Let me see if I can show you from the inside what it looks like. I'm gonna close the truck bed and then turn on the lights inside. Okay, one thing, if you plan to be inside the truck bed, I guess let me use the flash for now, but if you plan to be inside the truck bed and you have this here, it's gonna make it harder to crawl under to do the emergency release latch if you need to get out, but you can still crawl out from there. Okay, so let me turn on the truck bed lights now. Okay, with the truck bed lights now, you can see I can kind of sit up in here towards the back, but I have to like crouch over. So yeah, you have access in here. Okay, you can see from here, how tall is that? That's probably a good maybe 7 to 8 inches from here to here, from the base to here. All right, so if you wanted to put something here, you get an idea of how much room you get. Obviously, as you go towards the back, you have more room. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna probably move it all the way to the front. I think I have another company sending me another one so we can see what 2 of them look like at once. if you're using 2 of these and using a bed, I would suggest putting the panels towards the back, having your head this way. But if you're doing that, you probably don't want to be in here when you're driving, because if someone rear ends you, your head is going to slam into the back tailgate and you're probably going to end up breaking your neck or something. So you probably don't want to be sleeping in here if your head is definitely towards the back. If you're sleeping this way, then as long as the driver of the Cybertruck isn't crashing into anything, then you're more safe. Okay. The worst thing would be if they were gonna hard brake, and that's not gonna be anywhere near enough that you're gonna slide hard enough to hit your head back there. So yeah, and then also having this here, I guess, let me take a look, but I think you won't be able to open this as far, especially if you have a mattress there. So definitely, I think it's gonna be better to put that towards the window. All right, so let me do that and I'll be back. All right, so this is what it looks like all the way towards the back of the bed. Okay, there's a small gap here if you wanted to wrap something around, like a strap or something. Okay, and if you were to lay in here, you can see plenty of room. If you had a mattress, your feet might be up around here. You still have plenty of room, so pretty good. Yeah, for my use, if I were to use this to sleep in, normally I had my head facing that way, but this is nice. You can put like shoes or something here, although if you're worried the person's going to accelerate and things fly out, you might have to somehow make a little barricade here or something. I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of ways to mount something if you wanted to put a block there. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and close the thing a little bit just so you can see what that looks like. Okay, and you can see there's plenty of room. That's probably more than a foot for sure. Okay, at least especially towards the back. All right, and then you have the little light right there. You can probably put a laptop there, but if you're sitting, I mean, I guess you can use this to shield the laptop if it's raining or something, but I don't know why you'd sit here with the rain pouring on you while you're doing this. I guess this will also help with shade. So if it's sunny, and then this will help it shade the screen so you can actually see it. If you've ever used a computer or a laptop out in daylight, you know how bad the screen, like how hard it is to see. All right, so anyways, that's pretty good. If you need to put like really large objects, then you have to worry about taking it out. It's not a super quick thing to remove. You'd have to, at the minimum, take out these 8 bolts so you can at least like lay it all the way down or put it sideways along the bed or something. So if you constantly are carrying large items, then maybe this won't work for you. But yeah, if you're gonna have smaller things, depending what you carry, everybody has different uses for their vehicles. If this works for you, then yeah, let me know. Oh yeah, one other thing, if you're carrying smaller objects, a lot of people are complaining about the ability to reach over the bed and grab things. This actually makes it so that you can grab things a lot easier over the bed. Okay, if it's not too big. If it's smaller, obviously, then it's here. If it's bigger, then it should come up here, right? So depending what you have, bigger objects can go here, or if you move this, yeah. So that'll make that problem easier as well. But if you tie it down, then obviously good luck unstrapping it from like this. Oh, one other thing, you might want to save this piece of material. You can actually use that and then shove that down there, and it will actually hold in place. So let me show you how I did that. So this piece, oops, I just held it so it's flat like that, and then I pushed that all down in. It might separate now that I pulled it up, but as you can see, that stays really well. And now, at least, well, I don't know, we'll see, but if water comes, it'll probably go here and then only drip towards the sides, because now this is almost like a watertight seal here. All right, so there you go. And yeah, all right, I'm hoping I'll be able to shove the extra side things into this little gap here. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. All right, so there you go. If you want, I guess you can probably slit this and then have that just come down completely on top, and that would be nice. So there you go. All right, make use of this material. Good thing. And there we go. I cut out the little edges here, you can see. So now this fits perfectly in place. Looks good.